we have been, working really hard, honestly. It's been a couple weeks now, and we've been planning this show. It's a tradition here to win state championships, and the wrestling team has just won another one. As they win their sixth one, now the girls have joined them with an extra one, man, and it's seven. We're really proud, really happy, to introduce these guys and girl, what I'm saying? But we've been working really hard, and I think it's just time for them to get the recognition. So I'm here with them. Here's Bentley Ellis, Piper Fowler, and my boy Jose. So we're really excited, to start this podcast and start it off. How do y'all feel about that big win this past weekend?
There was a bunch of controversy on whether we would win or lose this year, and we had a tough match in our semifinals. Only won by 5, which is unheard of from Cleveland wrestling. We usually win by a lot, but we stuck it out, won the semifinals match, and turned around and fired out of the gates in the finals. We got up by 25-30 and won by 9. So that was our part. I don't know about the girls.
Yeah, I know Piper. She's been a big part of this team, for a while now.
Building foundation.
And she was one of the first. She's really the builder of this team. She started
team,
off.
sure.
Now, I know she's been working really hard, and it shows. Even yesterday we were at soccer practice, and I was standing there, and I was just watching the girls run up the the stairs, and stuff like that, in the bleachers, and I was like, yo, what I'm saying? They just won a couple of days ago, now they're working again. What I'm saying? It just shows, the culture is so amazing there, and I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about it? Because we got some stuff to talk about, because I know Coach Boskin's been a big part of this program, and so you kind of want to ask you, how do you feel about it?
Well, this was our first time winning, so it felt pretty good, especially after last year when we lost first round and ended up getting third. That was pretty devastating. So it felt pretty good this year. We had the same team in the semis that we did last year, but this year we beat them by 1 point.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel pretty good.
No, yeah, dude, it's crazy because I remember when y'all won, I was sitting in my room, and I was thinking about this because I've been talking about it, how I wanted to do this podcast for a while now. It's been over a year, and I've always said, I want to do different stuff. I want to do things that probably I think high school students don't really focus on, and shifting onto later episodes, I'm also going to be doing other stuff, but this is really important to me because it's something that I wanted to start that now we're working on. And I'm really excited to have y'all as my first guest as well because I've been part of this program before, and I've seen how hard y'all guys work, from the youngest, little kids, to the oldest now in high school, and even some of them that have moved on now to college. It's just crazy to see how y'all have been building this program, and I'm really excited, because I know every year is kind of it's normal now. It's not like, oh, they might win this year. Now it's like, oh, yeah, they're winning. It's done. So, yeah, how do you feel, Jose? Because I know you're a freshman, and I know coming into a culture like this, I know you've been part of it your whole life now, maybe most of it, and I remember in middle school, you were pretty good,
Yeah.
Coming in, I know you had a couple of struggles with your weight and stuff like that, but how do you feel now that you feel like you got this spot locked in?
To me, it's it means a lot to me. It's real special because I always grew up, starting off at the middle school, looking up to those bigger guys in high school.
Yeah.
Man, those guys work so hard. I want to be like them one day. And now, here I am today. Now I'm just part of the team now. And it makes it really that much more special to me because I worked for it just like everybody else on this team.
I remember me and Jose talked, and I remember I was like, he told me, he was like, if I went to this one tournament, it's called Tulsa, and he said if I went to that one tournament, I would not be able to wrestle on the high school level, right? Mm-hmm. Because for whatever reason, there's some sort of rule that you can't do that.
Yeah.
And so instead of going to Tulsa, which is a big tournament for wrestling, if I'm wrong, correct me.
It
but
is a big tournament.
and he said if I went to that, I wouldn't have wrestled on the team, and he chose to be with the team, and we won.
Yeah, 100%. I think I made the right choice there. Yeah. I think I might have had a good shot at Tulsa, but if I went there, I would not have been eligible to wrestle at all for the rest of this season.
So I was happy to see Jose finally make the lineup, and I remember one moment in the, I think it was right after, I think it was whenever Daniel was wrestling. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I came up and I hugged him, and I asked him how it felt to win a state title.
Yeah, I remember that.
How'd that make you feel?
Man, it was awesome because, I look up to you, Bentley. You're the senior on the team, and it's just special to me. It's my first one. You're probably used to it by now, having it 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's always a sad moment winning for some reason.
Yeah.
It's because it's always been I've lost those seniors each year.
Yeah.
But now I'm a senior. This year it wasn't as sad.
No,
Yeah.
last year was tough.
Last year was
Yeah.
Last
I
year
know.
was really
Last
tough.
Freaking Big Ashton over here, and he's
Ashton.
over here bawling his eyes.
Yeah.
Biggest guy on the team,
Yeah.
285, bawling his eyes out in front of us.
And then every time he hugged somebody,
Yeah,
that
that
person
guy's
started
special.
crying.
That
Yeah, it
guy's
was
super
awful.
Special.
Yeah, I
guy's
love
super
that guy.
special.
One thing that I do love about Cleveland wrestling is that we have a family.
Yeah.
Inside the room and outside the room. You need something, like call up one of your teammates,
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
got your back.
For
That's
sure.
what I love
Yeah.
so much about the culture. Again, back
Yeah.
to culture wise.
Yeah.
It's such a huge culture to be a part of.
Yeah, like I've played multiple sports. I played football, I played soccer almost my whole life. I wrestled for a year and a half, and I think, dude, like every sport I've played, when it comes to football and it comes to wrestling and soccer, I think soccer is more like there's a lot of players in soccer that like to be individual. You know what I'm saying? They don't really like to be part of that team. They like being the goal scorer. You know what I'm saying? They want to be that guy, right? But in the wrestling room, I remember, sometimes going to practice and these people that you don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know me, you know what I'm saying? But just because I'm wearing that Cleveland gear,
Yeah.
they come up to me and say, hey, man, good job. Keep on doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And I had Coach Boskin as a mentor, which I know that y'all have had before. He was a really cool guy with me, pushed me to limits I'd never been before, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's just something that I've seen, bro, that is actually, like, really, like, serious. Because I feel like y'all guys are taking this to a different level. And now number 1 and number 2 in the same city is just insane to me. And, you know what I'm saying? I think, even for the girls, you know what I'm saying, to win this state title this year and make this crazy run, you know what I'm saying, where they beat the team that beat them last year,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to make it up there and win. It's just something that just shows how powerful this culture is and how much Coach Boskin has invested to y'all, which has, like they say, we invest and we're trying to get a reward back. So, they got it back. And we have a picture that we want to put up, and I want Piper to explain to me how she felt in this scenario because, I don't really know too much about the picture. I just saw it on the internet. So,
Do we have the picture of Austin's beard yet?
Oh, no, we don't.
Oh.
Boston, okay. Side note,
Boston didn't leak it.
Boston dyed his beard, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. He
Yeah.
dyed his beard.
Yeah, we did it yesterday at
That
practice.
color pink right
We
there.
bleached it and then we dyed it pink, like bright pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about
No,
that.
I saw something about it, but yeah. Dang, I should have asked him for that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, is it also like this is yesterday, so like
It was
Yeah.
we've
yesterday.
been preparing for like a whole
I don't
week
even
now.
think he has it posted anywhere. He might.
I don't think
He
he does.
sent us a picture, but
Yeah,
if-
I was about to say
Yeah,
I
that would've
I
been
didn't see
good.
it.
yeah, he
Yeah,
told
well-
us if we won state, then he would dye his
Here we have
hair
Piper
pink.
with
So.
literally the same hoodie she has right now on, but
Did you even watch that thing?
Yes,
like-
I did watch that.
what did they say? Like you told me that they caught you off guard, so
I didn't
kind of
know.
explain to me what happened because I don't even really know.
I didn't know somebody was there taking a picture.
It's
I
a
think
great.
it was
It's a
like
great picture. though.
I didn't know until they like put it in like the news article, all over the internet, and then my mom showed me. So
No, I honestly love this photo. It shows that you were a big part of wrestling for girls, right? And because of that, to see you win, you guys won, coming back from being third to first, and seeing that, it just shows that you worked hard, and that's the payoff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just kind of like a moment of relief, like a moment of we finally did it.
Yeah.
No, I know. I know. Like Coach Boskin, man, he's a powerful man in the community. Also with the little kids, man, he's instructor, man. Everybody respects him, And I've seen how he is. He's a really cool guy, and I know he's invested a lot in y'all. And I kind of just want a different perspective from y'all. How do you feel about Coach Boskin? Like, how do you feel about it?
I find him he's always been coaching me. Like I started off at that club level.
Yeah.
He was there. He was the first one to teach me, get me into it really. And he's out of a lot of the coaches that I've seen, he's really engaged. He always is looking for the best thing to help you. He'll go and watch your matches and do stuff on his own time to see what can be fixed, what can he help you with. He's really engaging. That makes him really special to me. He cares a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen that. I remember back then he used to even work with your little brother too,
Yeah.
Dominic.
Didn't
And I
Dominic get in
know-
before you did?
Yeah, he was. He
Oh,
got
yeah,
it
that
2
is
months
Dominic
true.
ago.
got in
That is
before
true,
Jose, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the reason why you got into it because you didn't want Dominic beating you up.
Yeah, that's why I got started in wrestling.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
I
to
didn't
think
want him
about.
to
Yo,
beat me up.
Yeah, and I remember somebody said that, but I don't know if it's true.
I
But
remember
yeah,
seeing a video.
Not because I actually remember that. I actually remember that because you were joking about that one time because I said that you should keep on playing soccer, right? And then you were like, nah, bro, I'm wrestling now. And I was like, I mean, do whatever makes you win, bro. Because, like, for me, I feel like in high school, a lot of athletes, you know, they try to play all these sports, man, but struggling in the classroom, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that sometimes just puts more pressure on you, you know what I'm saying? And it stops you from your playing time in most of these sports, especially here. Here, if you're not passing classes, you're not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how it is, you know? So I feel like that level of leadership that you have, like you said, even sometimes when Coach Boston is always, like, taking you out of tournaments. I know he's going everywhere all the time, you know, especially during the summer, you know, his Boston train stuff. You know, it's just like, it shows the level of culture where y'all never stop working. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always something to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a real life lesson. Because in life, bro, when this is all over and everything is gone, bro, those character traits that you learned when you were wrestling, right? Or in any sport you play, that's why sports are so special to start your kids on when they're young. Because it teaches them responsibility and also teaches them how to play as a family. You know what I'm saying? And family is really important to me, personally. So I feel like there's also a lot of different legends that have been through here, and I mean Bentley's one of those guys that's on this wall here that we have here. And Bentley, I want to ask you, how was it, you know, when you grew up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your background? Like, where do you come from?
I started out watching wrestling whenever I was about 4, and see some guys on here. I started out watching like Marvin Lopez, Christopher Devian, and Austin Stevenson.
Okay.
A bunch of those. I actually have Devian's headgear, which is wild.
You
but-
have
you still wear it?
Yeah,
Dang.
I have. I think the guys on it are Devian, Lopez. I know Bryce Pond, and there's one more I can't think of. Grant Bundy.
Grant. Okay.
Those are the 4 on my headgear, but yeah, I kind of grew up just watching it 4, and then hit 5. I joined the kids club, so I've been with the guys 13 years now.
Oh.
Yeah, long time.
You've been in it for a long time.
They say I'm still I'm the last one of the group, the first group that was started up Cleveland Wrestling.
And I feel like that's the reason why Cleveland Wrestling is so successful as it is today, because of the fact that you have kids that start out so young.
Yeah, we have a bunch of little kids come in. I mean, of course, a bunch of kids they quit their first year, and you do dwindle out those kids, which I wouldn't say sucks, because some of those kids we don't have enough people. We don't have spots on the team, so a couple of them dwindle out, go to other sports as they get older. But like the kids club has like 100 kids.
Yeah, it's
at
growing.
the beginning, and then we kind of get to around 30 to 40 at the end. But
And then we have the beginners program too.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The beginners, and then advanced club has about 50 kids.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
50, 60 kids come in every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and they get after it.
Oh yeah. I've been there a couple practices.
Yeah,
They get
I
after
think.
it there.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why Coach Boskin is so special, because he also has kids, you know. So he also understands these kids, and he can like pick their brains, you know what I'm saying, and make them see what they could be in the future, you know. And for y'all putting this example to bring just trophies every year, you know, for them it's like, yo, if they're winning that, and like I mean, some of these kids they go to these to the state championship. And they watch these guys win, and they can feel the energy, you know? And they're like, yo, like, these guys are the guys we see wrestle all the time. And, like, Bentley looked up to these guys. Some kids are looking up to Bentley, you know what I'm saying? And it could go the same way for any other wrestlers in there. And that's why sometimes I think it's really important to make sure that you're doing the correct thing, especially when you're playing sports, because any little kid, even kids that are our age or our peers, are also looking up to us sometimes. Sometimes we don't realize that, you know? Sometimes we just like, oh, yeah, like, you know, I'm doing this and that. But there's some people, bro, who put their eye on you. They're like, yo, I want to be like that guy because he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really special to me, because to me, I feel like being able to win consistently like that makes you a real winner. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot, like in the UFC, I love the UFC. And in the UFC, you know, there's fighters, you know what I'm saying? They get a belt, but they can never defend their belt. You know what I'm saying? And I always say you're not a champion until you actually defend it. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, that's
I believe.
that
I believe
hits.
that's actually really important. Like I think that's really
Yeah.
important because as a winner, I've seen so many people who just fall, bro. Win one time and say one hitters, right?
Yeah.
One hit
Yeah.
wonder, right? They have one hit wonders and they're disappeared. You know what I'm saying? There's so many basketball players same way. Whole lot of football players you never see them again. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you can make your mark, you know what I'm saying, and keep on winning, you just start getting to the point where that just becomes automatic, and that's what this has become. You know what I'm saying? These state championships is just like every year everybody knows, yo, Cleveland is the team to beat. Everybody wants to beat Cleveland in any sport. This is every sport. I play soccer and I know what it feels like to lose. And when they tell us, yo, like we went to Ray County 2 years ago when I was a freshman, and we beat them, right? We beat them to go to Sub-State. And I remember they brought out their band, they brought out student section, they brought all these people, right? And they still lost. And after they were all saying like, yo, Cleveland's the team to beat. Everybody wanted to beat us just because we're Cleveland. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is in every sport. You watch these football teams who come in and play against us sometimes. And yeah, you know, we probably didn't win all the games last year. Now we got a new coach. And hopefully that goes on great. You know what I'm saying? But also like in the situation with Jose and his spot situation on the team, which was actually insane to me because I didn't really know much about it. You know what I'm saying? And actually Christian told me, you know, about it. And it was actually insane because I was surprised. Because I'm not gonna lie, my whole life that I know his grandfather, Mr. Cordero,
Yeah.
I knew that his kids play sports and stuff like that, but I didn't really know him at a level until I got into middle school. And then there's where I actually got to know Jose and his little brother Dominic, his mother, everybody in his family. And I really saw how they would get pushed a lot, you know what I'm saying, working on whatever they were trying to do, and they were actually pretty good at everything they did. So, I mean, I think you deserved it, honestly. Honestly, do think I deserve it. He's been telling me a lot about the stuff that you've been doing, you know, behind the scenes. And to me, I feel like I've been in that spot where you want your team to win so bad that you want to go out there and do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I think that takes a lot of character, especially at your age. You know, you're a freshman. And I know that you've probably been going through a lot of stuff, especially with your weight. And I feel like that's just, to me, I feel like, yeah, you have definitely earned my respect. I think just because I see how your family carries himself, and also see how you have carried their legacy as well. So I want you to kind of just talk to me a little bit about that journey. Like when you first got here, like, did you really see yourself being where you are right now?
I mean, well, first off, like I'm really surprised you know all about me like that. Like that's crazy. I don't really go off telling that much, but yeah, I mean, I've always like, you know, like envisioned myself like doing stuff like this, but like now that like it's here, it's like I don't know, it's just crazy. Like it's special, like how I started off like not good at all.
Yeah.
I remember me and Christian would practice like before, and he would throw me around like a rag doll.
Oh yeah. Whenever he first started, I remember my words, and I'll eat these words now. Like he can toss me around. But I remember whenever he first started, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take it easy on you."
Yeah.
I remember those words exactly.
Yeah.
When was this?
Whenever it was like first, like I started going to club like a little bit, and that was like one of his very first times ever coming, and I said, "I'm gonna take it easy on you," and I was just tossing him around like a rag doll. And now, like it's crazy to see how much effort and how much work you put into the sport, and you're reaping the rewards of it. Now because now you're number one in state, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, it was Cole, and at one point both of y'all were ranked number one in the state, which I think is insane. Like that is actually insane.
Yeah, having the same school like that.
Yeah, and then I mean Cole switched schools. It is what it is, but and like that just goes to show how competitive it is in that wrestling in the wrestling room, right? Because you had two number ones.
Yeah.
And you guys had to wrestle off. And tell me about that. Whenever you went to wrestle them off, what was that thought process in your head?
Like, well, whenever I was first wrestling them off, like the first time, I kind of knew, like, I thought I knew what to expect, but like, I guess in the wrestle off, you know, it ended up not going my way. I lost that first one. Yeah. And I was devastated at first because I was like, man, I've been working, but I didn't get like that spot. And, you know, I was pretty disappointed, but just gave me motivation to work harder for the next time. And then that's what happened. Like next time, it was like, well, I don't know. I think like 3 months later was when I wrestled him off again, and then that's when I beat him that time.
No, yeah. I mean, first I want to say respects to Cole. He's a really good kid, man. I've known him for a while now. He's a baller too, you know. And I think, you know, he did the best for his, you know what I'm saying, his future as well. I think, you know, he has to realize, when you're a senior, you know what I'm saying, you want to finish off strong. And I think, being part of this program, makes anybody a great guy, at any school, I think. You know what I'm saying? It builds your character and it builds who you are. So I feel like, it's just something really special, and I'm really happy to have y'all here. Y'all have made a great show for me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I think this is really great for y'all's future. Honestly, I'm really proud of y'all guys. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all been working really hard, and I just want y'all, give me y'all's last words. How do y'all feel? What do y'all look for next year, and what do y'all feel will be the next steps for this school year and maybe
summer even? Because I know
summer.
there's wrestling in summer. So what are the plans, goals?
Yeah, wrestling really never stops.
Yeah, it really does.
Especially for all of us. There's some guys that go to some other sports. Very few, actually. I think there's like 3 or 4 on the team that are actually going to another sport. So a lot of us will be wrestling after the season, and then in the summer, on to the summer. But for me, I'm actually going to Campbell University in North Carolina. It's about
Shout out
6 hours
Campbell,
away.
man.
Yeah, proud.
Shout out Campbell.
Go Camels.
Go Camels, man.
But that's where I'm going. So I'll be up there in June and work from there and hopefully do good.
Something great.
What are you planning to do, Piper? Because I know that there's an expectation for next year, and that's to win another one.
And you're a sophomore, right?
Yeah,
you're
I'm
still
a
a sophomore, so you got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halfway there,
Yeah, I have a ton of tournaments to go to over the summer.
Okay.
Probably going to go to the Olympic Training Center again
All right.
sometime soon. Fargo, Super 32, and then there's some national tournaments up in Washington that I'm going to go to qualify for World Team Trials, like a ton of stuff.
Wow.
And then
going everywhere.
Yeah. And then obviously next year we're going to win another one of those.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, she's marking her words here. But so for my boy Jose, man,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really proud of you, man.
You're a freshman.
You're still a freshman, man. So there's a long way to go. I remember when I was a freshman, years fly, dog. I'm a junior, bro. I'm an old head now, certified. But I'm almost getting there, But I'm really proud of you, man. Honestly, when Christian told me that you had got your spot, I was honestly really happy, man. We were in the car on our way to CFC versus Atlanta United soccer game that we got a chance to live stream, man. Which thank you, Chattanooga, for giving us that opportunity. I'm really thankful for that. If y'all want to call us back, you can call us back again, But I'm just saying. But hey, man, really, honestly, I'm really happy, man. I think y'all guys are gonna do a great job, and I'm just really happy that y'all came and joined me today, and y'all have made a great show for me and the production as well. Shout out CHS Live, and thank you for all y'all, and shout out to the state champs, man. Y'all keep on pushing, all right? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. I think we're done.
Yeah.
We didn't even show all the photos. We didn't even get that far.